So, hello students. This is your teacher, Miss Deschambault, and this is just a short video to show you how to use and how to create an account using Pixton. Pixton is the app that you will use to create your comic strip in class and at home. I'm sorry I have a cold, so my voice is a little bit off, but I will try to do it anyway. So the first thing you need to do is to follow this cursor here. I'm going to move around and show you where to go. So first thing, go into the App Store here. Click on the App Store, and you may go right away into the search area here. And you will look for the app that we use, which is Pixton, Pixton. And you can click on search. And it should be the first one that pops on the top of the page here in yellow. So I already downloaded it, so I just have to open it. But for you, you'd have to download it if it's the first time. So I'm going to go back to my home page here because I already have it. And after you do that, you also need to create an account. So you have to go into your Safari browser here. So you click on that. And on the top part here, you're going to write pixton.com. So it's the same thing as the app, and then you access it. And when you get to the page, you'll have different choices here, but you can choose just the Pixton for fun here, because then you can create your own account and just play around with it. So you click on enter here, which leads you to this page. So if you have a Google account, you can use your Google account here. So you use your Gmail and you use your password that goes with that Gmail. If you don't have one, you can just create an account here. So you choose a name, your age, you put your email address twice here, and you choose a password. So it's important that if you do use this, you remember your pseudonym here, you also remember your password here. So make sure you take note of it. But for me, I'm going to use the Google way. So I'm just going to click on connect with Google. So after you connect with your Google account or you create an account, you will get to this page here on the website of Pixton still. So you can either create a comic strip now or create a character. I suggest that you start with create a comic strip now. So you click on this. So you have three different choices here. The basic comic strip, all the squares here are the same. The scenario, don't use this. Or you may use a graphic novel. So you see in this one, the size of the frames are all different. So what I'm going to use is this one. So I'm going to click on this. And I'm a beginner, so I'm going to select the beginner way. The next thing I need to do is I need to choose a setting. So where does my comic strip take place? You may change it after, so you can choose just maybe a small thing if you're not sure. Maybe you use this. Maybe you use the library here. So I'm going to choose the library to start. So I'm going to click on the library. I can choose one of the things in the library. I'm going to choose this one. And then I have to choose some characters. So in your story, you have a maximum of 3 characters. You may use only 2, or you may even use only 1, if that's what you would like. So for this one, I'm going to choose 3 characters. So I have some choices here. I may change after. But if I want to start, I'm going to choose this girl here, this young boy here, and this person who actually looks like a librarian. So once I've chosen my characters, I have to go and open my comic strip in the app. So now I'm ready to use the app. So I click on Ouvrir en app here, and I would say yes, Ouvrir. And then I get to the app. So I have my 3 characters that I've chosen in the setting that I've chosen, and now I'm ready to start making my comic strip. So this is my first one. If I go on the left side here, I can change my setting by clicking on this image, and I may change my characters by clicking on this. So if I click on the image here, I can go and change the setting where this takes place. So I can scroll down and look through all my options if I want to switch. Or I can go back here once I'm finished, and I can click on the characters up there. So if I click on one of the characters, now I'm going to click on this. You see the options on this side, they come up. So I can click on this here at the bottom and switch character. If I click here on the face, I can change the emotion on my character. So if we see the girl, we can make her happy, worried, a little bit angry, not sure. So I can change the face. I can change the eyes. So I can also change the position here of the character. So I click on this and it shows me all sorts of positions. So I see she's sitting. I can also put her laying on the floor like this, dancing like this, maybe looking for a fight like this. So I can decide. If I click on this, it actually reverses the side of the person, so she will start looking on the other side. So I can just click on it and I see she switched sides. So this is it. You can also make your character smaller or bigger by using 2 fingers, just like you usually do when you zoom in. So you can make her really big, push her to the bottom, everything like that. So once I've done this, I can click on this arrow and go back. If I want to make my character speak, I can click on the bubbles here and add things. So I'm going to click on the bubble for the lady here. And then I can add some text. And she will say, stay quiet, maybe, because she's a librarian. Stay quiet. And then I'm ready to use it. Oops. So once I've kind of placed my characters around and I've given them bubbles, things to say, if I want to add a new frame, I'm just going to click here. So I'm going to add some frames as much as I can. And if I do press this, it's going to add a frame that looks exactly the same. And I can just go in this frame and change things around the way I want. You know, have her sit on the top here, things like that. So this is how you use this app. Once you're happy with your comic strip, you want to save, you go ahead and click on this green button here at the top. And then you may name your comic strip. Your title should be related to what's happening. So here I want to say panic in the library, for example. So once I've named my comic strip and I'm happy with it, I can click on terminer here because I'm finished. And then it's going to save it to the website. So before I log out and I finish everything, I'm just going to click on enregistrer and continuer here so that it saves my comic book. And then I may publish it or I may just keep it for me so I can say mettre de côté if I don't want to show anyone just yet. So this is the way that my comic strip would look. If I want to send it to my teacher, for example, I will go in the bottom here. So if you get lost in the website and you don't know where your things are, you may always click on the home button here on the top. So when you click on this, it will get you to the page where you have all your comic strips. And when you're there, you can click on the 3 dots here, which will open some options for you. And then you can click on this here. You can save your comic strip, and then you get to this page. On this page, you're able to send your comic strip in an email here, or you can also just copy this link and put it in the email for your teacher. So I want you to send it to me, so you can click on this little envelope here, and then you can also just here write my email address on the bottom, and my email address is mc.deschambault@collegecitoyen.ca. So if you do this and you press continue here, it's going to send me your comic strip by email. You may also add a message, especially if your account doesn't have your name. So you say it's Theo Anderson's comic strip. And then you click on send now, and then I will have your comic strip. So this is it. This is how you do it. Thank you very much, and I hope this helps.